They make you laugh, their behaviour. They do funny things and they don't care what you think of them. They're a great example of how to live in a more joyful and relaxed, happy way. Welcome back to another video. So in this one I wanted to do a video about, sorry my dog's moving. I wanted to do a video about mental health because it is so important to look after your mental health in this day and age. There's so many people that are struggling right now with their mental health, me included, and I'm quite passionate about it. I want to help people to feel better. I think mainly because I know how difficult it can be when you don't feel right in your mind and you don't always know what to do about it. So these are just some simple ways to help yourself feel that little bit better, because it's not an overnight process. It's something where you have to do little things every day. It's like the 1% every day. So I've got a list of 5 things. I'm going to be looking down because I won't remember it all. Oh god, my dog's after a hairband. He's obsessed with hairbands. I need to hide that. Not for you. So these are things that you can do if you struggle with anxiety. Depression is a little bit more deep, and I would definitely recommend the first port of call if you have depression is getting counselling, because you need to you definitely need to speak to someone about what's going on to help you get out of that, because being in depression can be a very deep hole and it's not easy to get yourself out of. It's definitely possible, but I think counselling is the number one for that. I'm specifically talking about what I'm going through at the moment. I have been in depression, but what helped me get out of it was counselling firstly over anything else. Got little Oscar here. Hello, are you joining in? You're going to help me with the video? Yeah? Okay, so yes, this is mostly related to anxiety. These are things that I've been doing recently that have really helped me with the anxiety, to lessen it. So the first one, and this is something I've struggled with for years because it's been social anxiety that I have struggled with, getting outdoors, because you know that when you get outdoors you're going to be meeting people. There's always going to be someone around out there if you're going for a walk or going to a specific place. But I can't emphasize enough how important this is and how it helps with anxiety, because to be stuck in a building day in, day out, this is if you're not working or if you're working from home. If you obviously have to go to a job, you have to go and be around people. You can't really avoid that unless you work from home. But getting outdoors, yeah, it's so important. The reason being, we are a species that came from cavemen, cavewomen. We were made to be outdoors. We're not made to be in houses all the time, in 4 walls. It's not healthy. And you feel the difference if you get out in nature and you just be in nature. You can feel it sort of starts to calm you down, as long as you're not rushing through, like going on a really fast run or walk. If you stop and take your time slowly, it really has a therapeutic effect. So what I started doing was, I've got a dog, so I have to walk the dog unless my partner does it, but my partner's really busy at the moment, so I have been the one walking the dog more, which has been so helpful. Even just, there's some days I'm like, I really don't want to go out, I don't want to see anyone, my anxiety is really high, but I do it because I have to do it for the dog. And I tell myself, I'll just go around the really quiet roads so I don't see many people. If I just go even around my block, so even if you just walk around your block, that is something. If you have a garden or an outside space, just sit in it for like 10 minutes, set a timer, take a hot drink out there with you, just be outside. Even if there's not much nature around, it's just being in the air, and it's different environment. So yeah, walking. If you struggle with social anxiety, to get yourself out the house and walking, especially on your own, you can call a friend, maybe see if a friend can go out for a walk with you. That's very therapeutic too, to be able to speak to someone about how you're feeling that day. But if you are on your own, just walk around the block, just a quiet area. Or if you really do struggle and you drive to somewhere you know will be quiet and there won't be many people. Literally drive where you're going to go and sit, where it's quiet, so there's not much interaction with people, and that's a start to get you out the house. It's really important. Yeah, and also just taking it slowly. If you do go for a walk, I mean, a power walk's good to get the energy moving, but listen to your body. And if you need calm, if your mind is racing, if your energy is like all over the place, try and slow things down. Try and make sure you start walking that little bit more slowly, taking in the environment. A good exercise to do is think of, it doesn't have to be 5 things. 5 things you can see, a few things you can smell, 2 or 3 things. Maybe you can't even smell 1 thing, but just focusing on if there's anything you can smell. 5 things you can hear on your walk, and 5 things you can feel. So like the feel of your clothes on your skin, or the hair against your neck, those sort of things, or the shoes on your feet. And it gets you really present and in the moment. So that's another good tip that has worked for me. Number 2 is do something fun. I think for those of us who struggle with anxiety, we take life very seriously and are worriers. That's what causes the anxiety. We have worried thoughts which we go over and over on in our minds, and we take life more seriously than we need to. So doing something fun is not easy, because you always feel like there's more important things you need to get done. I understand that. But just one thing, if you have a hobby where you like dancing or playing keyboard, these are examples of what I like to do. I don't know, drawing, colouring, anything that's childlike and feels fun to you. Maybe write a list of all the things you find fun, and then when you do have those moments where you're getting a bit anxious, see what is going to work for you in that moment. See if you can do any of those things. And I know this, again, is a very hard thing to get yourself to do when you're in that state of mind, because you feel like there's no time for that. You've got to focus on what's important. Like, that's for when you've sorted everything out or got everything done. But really, this is really important so you can calm down and get things done in a more productive way. Because when you're in that anxious state of mind, well, for me personally, I tend to flit around and I'm like, oh, I need to do this, and I'm like, oh my god, no, I need to do that, and I'm not focused. So calming yourself down helps you get more focused. Doing something fun allows you to calm down and relax more and see that all these things are not that serious. It's not the end of the world if they don't get done. And what is more important is your peace of mind and having that calm energy within you. So number 2 is do something fun. Number 3 kind of relates to number 1, and that is exercise, or just move your body. So I guess it could relate to number 2 as well, if you have a hobby that is active, an active hobby. But to get the energy moving around your body is really important. So doing a form of exercise that you enjoy. I mean, a lot of people don't think of exercise as enjoyable. Again, all of these things, they take effort, and if we're not in that mood, it's that little bit harder to push ourselves to do them. But in the long run, they are really important things that will change your state of mind. They'll change the energy, how you feel, and make you feel better. So, whether it is walking, running, dancing, doing HIIT workouts, I mean, dancing's a great one because it's fun, it's enjoyable, and you're getting exercise at the same time. But whatever it is you enjoy to do, could be even swimming, anything really that gets your body moving, try and do it. Getting your heart racing will get the energy, stuck energy in your body moving, especially anxiety. It's very good for anxiety because we tend to ruminate, build up emotions, and they get stuck in the body. So exercise is very important. Number 4 is to meditate. I know this is they're all difficult to get started, but this is probably, I would say, the most important one. If you do one of these things, and I would recommend just doing one at a time, don't overwhelm yourself within a day and be like, I need to do all of these. Just take one thing and it will help to slowly shift the way you think and feel. But meditation is very important, and it's the one thing that I find helps me to feel better. When I'm really anxious and my thoughts are racing, it's probably one of the hardest things to do for me, possibly, because I'd rather do exercise or just move to try and get the energy moving. But meditation, I mean, when you do it regularly as well, it really changes the way you react and respond to situations. You respond more calmly because your thoughts are slower. It really helps to slow things down and make you feel calmer and more in control of your life. So if you can't meditate, I would recommend just sitting with no distractions, no TV, no social media, no internet, just being, no books even, just being, even for like 10 minutes, set a timer, just be and breathe. And look out the window, notice what's going on around you. Don't get distracted by things to do, because that's where your thoughts start building up again and picking up the pace, I guess. So yeah, meditate, or just being in quiet with yourself, not having anyone around, no distractions, just that time to relax and let your thoughts calm. So I just want to look at my notes to make sure I've not forgotten anything. Yeah, so again, doing something creative, dancing, playing, that really helps you get in touch with your inner child. Sit and daydream, make time to just be, exercise, move, deep breathing, get the energy moving around your body. Find a way to take life less seriously. That is the problem with those of us with anxiety and social anxiety. We think the world is, well, we just think everything is so important and serious. And that's because we really care, and we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to get things done, and to get things done perfectly sometimes, which is not possible. When we have anxiety, I've put social anxiety, we live in fear a lot of the time, and this can colour the rest of our world. It can colour it in seriousness. So we need to, even like watching or listening to something that is funny, find time to laugh I thought I had 5 points. The other one was find a way to laugh, which is really important, and it's the complete opposite of how we live our lives if we're anxious people. To go from serious to the opposite, not serious and funny, seeing the light in everything is so important. So if there's a specific TV show that you enjoy watching that you know makes you laugh, being with a friend that you know will cheer you up and make you laugh, or just laugh. I've heard of something called laughter yoga, and I tried it years ago, and it was funny. It was very strange. We all felt really weird because we weren't laughing at anything in particular, but yeah, laughter is really important. Playing with pets, that is another thing. Like, pets are funny, they make you laugh, their behaviour, they do funny things and they don't care what you think of them. They're a great example of how to live in a more joyful and relaxed, happy way. Yeah, they're great for showing you how to be in the moment and how to be playful. So yeah, I think they're all the tips I've got. If you can, just find one of those things that you can do today. I hope this video has helped you, and you do go ahead and try one of these things, because they really do help you to feel happier, especially when you're dealing with anxiety. If you've got any questions about my experience with anxiety, or you want me to do more videos like this, please let me know. I'm sure there's lots I can do, because I've struggled with my mental health, I should say, for most of my life. It's been up and down, and I'm on and up again now, so I'm hoping I can keep it this way. Another thing I have been trying, and you might want to know a little bit more about, is hypnosis. I've been going to a hypnotherapist, and people around me have started to notice the difference in me, and I can notice a difference as well in how much more relaxed I feel, and I just don't worry as much, really. So yeah, if you want me to do a video about my experience with hypnotherapy, let me know, and I will see you in the next one.